Okay, first I want to just say that this is a great opportunity and I'm really excited to be a part of it. The last 2 days have been awesome. I had a few qualms at first because I thought, because I teach in Gwinnett County and there weren't a lot of activities that were going to be part of that community, I don't know if I would be able to tie it so much to my own experience, but it's been the opposite. And in fact, going to Westview and just seeing the people in that community and just, you know, talking to people in that community and talking to people here, and everyone has different views and everyone's just, I just feel like I've learned a lot already about leadership and not the skills that a person needs to lead, but kind of the community that they need to be a part of to lead, and the way they need to feel about that community. So I think it was a really good experience.
Today was so important to me. It has impacted me a lot, mainly because being in the classroom, like, all you see are your students and the other teachers. Like, literally, that's all you see. Your administrator too, like if you have a very supportive administrator, but that's all you see. And so it's so easy to forget that there are problems that exist outside the school. And that there's so many people also working alongside you that aren't on school grounds, working to fix these bigger issues in our communities. Today we got to meet people who were involved in running shelters within the community, people who were involved in running charter schools within communities where there's a huge high need, people who are invested in like the building gardens and all these extra church activities that help sustain healthy communities where students can like live and thrive. And being in the classroom, like, you don't always see that, especially if you're really absorbed by like lesson planning, all the things that teachers have to do at the end of the day. That's enough to keep anybody busy forever. Today was really good for me to like renew my own desire to be a part of solving this bigger community issue. It was really good. Like, it really impacted my leadership by just renewing it, by just knowing that I'm not in this fight by myself, and it's just not Teach for America, but like this fight is also led by like community members that are in the midst of it, that are experiencing it, and their lives are being heavily affected by it, and they have a stake in these students, and they have a stake in the outcome of their community. So it's really good.
Heard from the Purdue's, and I guess the main thing going through my head right now, and I didn't get a chance to ask it, but I think it's something that we're going to keep coming back to throughout the course of this journey, is the idea of like your locus of control as a leader. And that's something that I continuously struggle with in my own leadership, is kind of where one of the things that the Purdue said at the very beginning was like connecting the dots, and connecting the dots for each child, and then like within this whole kind of movement that we're all clearly so passionate about, it's so complex and there are so many dots to connect, and kind of how you figure out which dots are like worth connecting, which ones you can even have an impact on, and kind of balancing giving up and with like maybe or like which are worth like working towards. Just kind of really what can you do and what is not within your control. When you want to, if you're really passionate about something, you want everything to be within your control, but it's not. And it seems that the Purdue's have a really good kind of balance, and they also seem very satisfied with like their work and what they're doing, and even though they're doing a lot.
Hello, my name is Ronald LeGrand. I'm a 2011 Corps member teaching DeKalb County. I'm very inspired and very enlightened after leaving that session with our guest speakers. And I say that because I'm at a weird place in my life where I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to stay in social impact and specifically develop my leadership around people and around community, or whether I should kind of chase the American dream and be able to build wealth and work for that corporation and so forth. And I think that their story really spoke to me because though they faced adversity and though they got to points where they were deemed successful according to society, at the end of the day, they still found their source, and they still got to that point where they listened to their heart. I've always been compelled to listen to my heart, and I was thinking about, for my next steps after teaching, not listening to my heart and actually following the opposite. And I think that's starting to kind of come back to the surface as far as I need to stay committed to what I'm passionate about and stay committed to what my heart yearns for and is wants and will develop in. So that's where I am, and I'm not fully there yet, but I thank TFA for this opportunity, and I thought that was a great first introduction to how my leadership will develop throughout the course of this program.